Bill Clinton has been attacking Bernie.
I think I'm surprised by the attacks because, I mean, basically you get the former president complaining that online people are saying mean things.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to motivate voters?
How silly that is. We've got 30 seconds.
Is it unreasonable, unrealistic for America, to be the only, developed country without universal health care? Is that that's what he was saying? It was unreasonable, unrealistic that we would join the rest of the world and offer free health care to our citizens.
Now let's go to some of the best lines of the debate. I got to be honest with you, they're all Bernie Sanders, and they're all awesome. Okay, let's watch.
No, I do not support vigilantes, and that is a horrific statement, an unfair statement to make. I will stand in terms of my political career, fighting for workers, fighting for the poorest people in this country. Madam Secretary, I will match my record against yours any day of the week.
So I thought for sure that was going to be the best line of the debate.
No.
I've been fighting for poor people for 40 years. I will take my record against yours any day. I thought that was going to be the headlines. Of course, that's none of the headlines in the mainstream press. But it turns out he had so many great lines. That might not have been the best one. Let's watch another.
Why is this important? Do you have reason to believe that she says one thing in private and another in public?
Well, what I have said is that when you get, I believe it is $225,000 for giving a speech, and she gave several speeches to Goldman Sachs, one of the Wall Street financial institutions whose greed and illegal behavior helped destroy our economy a number of years ago. When you get paid $225,000, that means that that speech must have been an extraordinarily wonderful speech.
So does this mean that you would not think she would have to disclose?
I would think that a speech so great that you got paid so much money for, you would like to share it with the American people. So I think she should.
Yeah, I love that. She's forced into laughing there, but she wasn't laughing inside.
She don't like that.
Yeah.
The old John Candy laughed.
I missed that laugh.
All right, now we're not anywhere near done. Here's another.
The government has to quit making money off of lending money to young people to get their education.
Karen, let's go back to you.
I think that what Secretary Clinton just said is absolutely right. I think I said it many months before she said it, but thanks for copying a very good idea.
Okay, Jimmy seems to have liked that one. Okay, we're not done yet, though. I'm going to go to video 6, actually, and then video 7. So let's go for a little bit more of this.
Clearly, the Secretary's words to Wall Street has really intimidated them. And that is why they have given her $15 million in campaign contributions.
Damn. Okay. Well, I mean, as we're watching it live, doing the live coverage on tytnetwork.com/live, every time we're like, damn, he finally said it. He finally said it. But we're not done yet. Let's give you the knockout punch.
There is nobody in the United States Congress who has taken on the Koch brothers, who want to destroy Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and virtually every federal program passed since the 1930s, more than Bernie Sanders. And I am proud that the gentleman who is head of Goldman Sachs, now he didn't give me $225,000 for speaking fees. He said I was dangerous, and he is right. I am dangerous for Wall Street.
So good.
I am dangerous. He's right. I am dangerous to Wall Street. I'm the one who knocks. Wow, man. It's the night Bernie Sanders turned into Heisenberg.
You're not some hardened criminal, Walt. You are in over your head. No. That's what we tell them. That's the truth.
No, it's not the truth.
Of course it is. Jesus, what was I thinking? Walt, please, let's both of us stop trying to justify this whole thing and admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now? Who is it you think you see?
Is it acceptable that in America, the top 1/10 of 1% now owns almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%? Is it acceptable that while the average American works longer hours for lower wages, 58% of all new income is going to the top 1%? Is it acceptable that Wall Street and billionaires are spending hundreds of millions of dollars trying to buy elections? Is that democracy or is that oligarchy? Which is why I believe we've got to overturn Citizens United and move to public funding of elections. Is it right that in the greatest, wealthiest country in the history of the world, so many of our young people can't even afford to go to college or leave school deeply in debt?
Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in.
There is nobody in the United States Congress who has taken on the Koch brothers who want to destroy Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and virtually every federal program passed since the 1930s more than Bernie Sanders. And I am proud that the gentleman who is head of Goldman Sachs, now he didn't give me $225,000 for speaking fees. He said I was dangerous, and he is right. I am dangerous for Wall Street.
I am not in danger, Skyler. I am the danger.
If we stand up, fight back, we can do a lot better. That's why I'm running for president.
I am the one who knocks.
That's why I'm running for president.
He's right. I am dangerous to Wall Street. I'm the one who knocks.
You are different. Why? Because you are certainly shrewd enough to be a politician of a different manner. You're certainly smart enough and have been here enough moons to know how to properly take advantage of the political system.
Let's back it up.
But why?
Yeah, I am different.
Why?
Because I never got into politics. See, a lot of people get into politics and they say, okay, I'm 24 now. Where will I be when I'm 30?
Yeah.
Maybe by the time I'm 54, I can run for president of the United States. They got it all calculated.
Gotcha.
All right. I ran for office the first time in my life for the United States Senate in the state of Vermont. You know what percentage of the vote I got, Mike? Take a wild and crazy guess.
15, 20?
Nah, 2%.
I was really going to guess that.
All right, now, would I be a smart politician to run on a third party, not the Democratic Party, not the Republican Party, running on a small third party, talking about, in those days, social and economic justice and the war in Vietnam, all right? So I was a different type of politician. Then I ran a year later. You know what I got? 1% of the vote. I was going in the wrong direction, all right. So I think it's fair to say that my political career is different than anybody else's because I didn't get into politics to figure out how I could become president or a senator. I got into politics because I give a damn, all right? Because I do think it is an outrage that we have people sleeping out on the streets in this country, that 51% of young African-American kids are unemployed or underemployed, that millions of people don't have any health insurance. That's what I feel in my gut, and that's what I'm fighting to change. Is that a good answer?
That is a good answer. That's an answer that I think people need to hear. I trust old people. I'm gonna be very frank. Not all old people.
Well, I'll talk to some old people. I myself, as a young person, I respect old people myself.
I say that because my grandparents raised me. I was raised by people who were born in 1922 and 1932. And their relationship to government, it was radically different than young people.
Absolutely.
You know, their relationship to government was one that was always fluid. They understood that change would come. They understood that you weren't always going to be happy, but their thoughts and concerns were bigger than their individual needs at every given hour. And it seems that in my lifetime, I'm an old man by my sport. I rap. 40 years old is an old age in rap. Luckily, I'm still relevant for whatever reason, but I've been around long enough to see this country be a very, very selfish country. Very, very selfish. I saw steel leave, the industry leave in the 80s. I saw arts and trades get pulled out of public schools. So we have children that are not only not graduating and going to college, but kids who are graduating and don't know how to build a wall. Kids who used to do auto body mechanics and auto repair and aviation. We lost a whole brain trust of service and, you know, of people simply before our own greed.
And not to mention that we have more people in jail.
Exactly. I was going to get to that.
Okay.
So I want to talk about that. But have you, in your 74 years in this great country, seen Americans become more immature, more money consumed, more greedy, more self-absorbed? And is this taking us in a direction where we're destroying the democracy or the republic that we want everyone else to emulate?
Hey, you said a mouthful. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. And the answer is yes. But I wouldn't say it's all Americans. I would say we have a culture now. Look, in America, in the world, there's always been rich and poor, right?
Yeah.
It's always been boss and worker.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, there was some kind of social contract that said, you know, I own the company, I'm making money, I'm gonna share it with you.
Yeah.
Right? I make more than you do, but you're gonna get something.
Yeah.
What you got right now, this is the culture. I own a company, I'm making money. I can make more money by going to China.
Yeah.
Throw you and your family and everybody else who works for me out on the street. I don't give a bloody damn.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter to me. I can avoid paying taxes by putting my money in the Cayman Islands and not pay a nickel in federal taxes. All right? I don't care that we have a deficit. I don't care that we need decent revenue coming in. I can avoid paying taxes. I have no responsibility to anybody else other than myself. Is this what's going on the top? Absolutely. You saw the whole Wall Street business. Their greed and illegal behavior helped destroy the country. Do you think they gave a damn? Do you think they stayed up nights worrying about it? No. So what you got on top is incredible greed. I don't think it's pervasive. I don't think everybody in America is like that.
Yeah.
But that's the culture of the people on top. Greed is their mantra. It's what they believe, and we got to change that.
But it seems to be like what the former middle class is worshiping now. Like, you know, when you look at television, when, you know, I hate the name, well, you look at Fox, you look at CNN, you look at MSNBC, because a lot of times I don't even see the difference between newscasters. But it seems that people are voting against their own best interests. Yes. When people vote against your socialist rhetoric, they say, like, they're like the people that commented on my Instagram, for instance, when I said I was going to be at your rally today and we're going to have this conversation, they're going to lead us to socialism, communism, Mike. And I'm thinking to myself, but you're a former veteran who doesn't get the proper medical benefits that you deserve through the VA. You're a former veteran who doesn't own a home because you don't have the proper incentive. The government and banks don't have the incentive to make you a homeowner like post-World War II if you were a white veteran. It was different from black veterans. But you don't have the basic rights that he's trying to give you, but we have such a worship or a theory that I'm going to be a millionaire one day. What if that one day never comes? What looks after you then?
That one day is not going to come for the vast majority of the people.
So,
some people do. But the two questions, even if it does come, is that what you think society should be about? Would you rather live in a community where everybody was doing pretty well, rather than a community where you have people out on the streets and some people making billions?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So that's the main point. Second of all, you know, I think that in terms of our campaign, you know, we started, if I were to be here in Atlanta 7 months ago, I would say that 80–90% of the people in Georgia did not have a clue as to who Bernie Sanders was. So I'm feeling pretty good about our campaign. We have made a lot of progress. We still have a long way to go. I'm running against a woman who's probably the best known woman in the United States of America, all right? It's a tough fight, but we're doing pretty good.
When you have an opportunity to tell two black girls to shut up and get off stage and you don't, and you shake their hand and you smile and you step to the side and you listen, that is a firm difference from turning around and staring at a little black girl and saying, shut up I'll talk to you later. You're being rude or allowing people to say that to her. I'm going to tell you the proof is in the pudding every time. If I can find a picture of you from 51 years ago, chained to a black woman, protesting segregation, and I know 51 years later, you're willing to fold your arms, hold your head, and listen to two black girls yell and scream, rightfully so, as opposed to someone who will tell you to shut up after they read their own words.
Well, can I talk? And then maybe you can listen to what I say.
As opposed to someone who will tell you later, when it comes to your children dying in the streets, I know that the only person that I have the conscience to vote for is Bernard Sanders. I know that the only person that my logical, beautiful black mind will allow me to vote for is Senator Bernie Sanders.
People are upset about some things, darling.
Why are they yelling?
They want attention. They're trying to get attention so that people will listen to them.
This is our way of trying to get some media attention because they are ignoring us. They're ignoring the anti-war movement. They're ignoring the anti-government movement. We love our country, but we cannot trust our government anymore.